Well, howdy there pluckers, I've Sourfinger here again with you. Thanks for joining me for another guitar lesson. This is a really great number from 1966, I believe, a band called the Hollies, if you remember them, and the number's called Bus Stop. Okay, and I'm going to be playing through a simplified intro, because we've only got one guitar here, a verse, a pre-chorus and a chorus, and then you've got all the major parts of the song. Most of them, like just repeats again, the verse and the chorus and the pre-chorus just repeat. The only thing that's missing is the solo in the middle of the song, which I will show you at towards the end of the video lesson. Okay, so without more ado, let's get to it. Stop with day, she's there, I say, please share my umbrella. Stop, bus go, she stays, love goes underneath. Oh, that summer we enjoyed it, wind and rain and shine. That umbrella we employed it, we all guess she was mine. Every morning I will see her waiting at the stop. Sometimes she's shocked and she will show me what she bought. Other people stared as if we were both quite insane. Someday my name and hers are going to be the same. So there you have it, the main blocks of the song. Okay. Right, so I'm in standard tuning, no capos as you can see, and this is basically, I think this is the same key that the original record was released in as well, and most of the videos I think of them playing it are in this key. Okay. Right, so the introduction, I've simplified it somewhat because there's only, obviously this is a solo guitar type of lesson, and to play it as per the record you really need two guitars, so I've simplified it. So if anybody wants to for me to show them the way to play it with two guitars, then let me know and I'll do an update video for you if you like. But anyway, a simplified version of the introduction for one guitar. Okay, so strum on A minor, and then basically play the second string open, so you take the first finger off second string, play it open, and then play the second fret of the third string, and then open third string, and then strum A minor again. So okay, and then place the second finger on the second fret of the fifth string, and my third finger is going on the second fret of the third string, and I'm playing strings 5, 4, 3 and 2. Okay, so, and then take the third finger off so you've got an open third string, and repeat the strum. Okay, so from the beginning. Simplified version. Obviously if you want the proper version then let me know, but you really need two guitars to make it sound proper, so to speak. Right, right, so having played that twice, there's I think there's 3 taps on the old snare drum, something like that. So, and then you go into the song, so it starts in A minor. Okay, bus stop where days she's there, I say please share my umbrella. Bus stop, let's go, she stays, love grows under my umbrella. Quick G, and then into C. All that G, summer, A minor, we enjoyed it. D minor, wind and rain, and E minor, shine. A minor, that umbrella, we employed it. By August, E minor, she was was A minor. Right, so we'll just go through that again. So A minor for most of the first part of the verse. Bus stop, wet day, she's there, I say, please share my umbrella. Bus stop, bus goes, she stays, love grows under my umbrella. G, quick G, C, all that G, summer, A minor, we enjoyed it. D minor, wind and rain, and E minor, shine. A minor, umbrella, we employed it. August, E minor, she was A minor. So the only tricky bit in that is the bit where it goes into the pre-chorus. So if I go, bus stop, bus goes, she stays, love goes under my umbrella. G, C, then it goes back into the G. So it's like a G, C, all that, G, summer. So that's the only tricky bit, is the under my. Okay, so it's just a quick G to C, back to G, to A minor. Okay, so that's the only thing you've got to watch out for. That's the only tricky bit, really. So we'll just go through that whole thing once more from start to finish. Okay, I'll start with the slowly. Under my umbrella. Bus stop, bus goes, she's goes, love goes under my umbrella. Summer we enjoyed it. Sorry, wind and rain and shine. That umbrella we enjoyed it. August she was mine. Okay, so that's that bit. Then it goes into the actual chorus itself and goes into a C. Okay, so by August she was mine. C, every morning, B7. You see her, E minor, waiting at the C stop. Sometimes she'd A minor stop, and she would B7, show me what she E minor's for. C, other people B7 stared as if we E minor. C, say someday my A minor, and hers will B7 going to be E minor. Say. Into another verse. That's the way the whole thing started. Okay, it's exactly the same as the first verse, and the pre-chorus is the same, and the verse is the same. Okay, so we'll just go through that again. So it comes out of first pre-chorus by August. Sorry, by August she was mine. C, da 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 da, B7, da da da, E minor, da da da, C, da da da, A minor, da da da, B7, da da da, E minor, C, da 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 da, B7, da da da, E minor, da da da, C, da da da, A minor, da da da, B7, da, E minor. Second verse. That's the way, and so on. Okay, so you will notice if you watch other people's videos of this number on YouTube, there's quite a few people put a D chord into that chorus where it goes. Let's see. Every morning. That's right. So if it goes where it goes, every morning B7th, I will see her waiting at the stop. Right, they put a D chord into the waiting at the stop. So every morning, every B7, da da, E minor, da, D to C. Now I think that's wrong, personally. I don't think there's any D in there whatsoever. There is possibly an E minor 7th, which, so when you get to the E minor, you could take your third finger off and leave the fourth string open before you go to the C, which I think that's possibly okay. So it's every morning at B7th, E minor to E minor 7th to C. Okay, but personally I think it stays on E minor. That's the way I hear it. Anyway, so every morning I will see her the start. So I would say leave it on an E minor, or go to an E minor 7th just by taking that 3rd finger off and leaving the D string, 4th string open before you go to the C. So either just E minor, or B7, E minor 7th, C. Personally, I think the E minor on its own is fine, but that's just my own preference. Okay, right. So that's the chord work out of the way. The solo itself, if you want to play the rhythm behind the solo, it's basically A minor all the way through, apart from the very end where there's a sort of chord before it goes back into the chorus. Okay, which is basically A minor, E major to A major, and then it goes back into the every morning okay, so it's on the very end of the solo. So it's A minor, E to A major. Okay, right, so the solo itself. Okay, so it starts off on the 8th fret. There's 2 guitars again on this, by the way. Second guitar comes in halfway through the solo. So I picked out what I think are the main notes if you want to play it just on one guitar. Okay, so 8th fret, 1st string, 5th fret, 2nd string, so 7th fret of the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and then 7th fret of the 1st string. So 8, 1st string, 5 on the 2nd, 7 on the 3rd, 7 on the 1st. So, and then it goes on the 1st string, 8, 7, 5, and then 8 on the 2nd string, and then twice on the 5th of the 2nd string. So that gives you okay. And then it goes down to the on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, to the 1st fret of the 3rd string, back to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, to the 4th fret of the 3rd string. Okay, so it's then 1st fret of the 2nd string, open 2nd string, 1st fret of the 2nd string, so okay, got that, so 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 1st fret 3rd string, 2nd fret again of 3rd string, 4th fret of the 3rd string, 1st fret of the 2nd string, open 2nd string, and then 1st fret of the 2nd string again. So from the beginning we've got okay, and then we go 1st fret of the 2nd string, so 1st fret of the 2nd string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 1st fret of the 3rd string, 2nd fret of the 4th string. So right, so far we've got okay. Then we go 5th fret of the 2nd string, 5th fret of the 2nd string, 3rd fret of the 1st string, 6th fret of the 2nd string, 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So, and then we do a little rundown, which is 5th fret to 6th fret of the 2nd string, then 3rd fret to 5th fret of the 2nd string, and then 1st fret of the 2nd string, open 2nd string, so, and then finish on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So 5th fret to 6th fret, 3rd fret to 5th fret on the 2nd string, 1st fret of the 2nd string, open 2nd string, and then 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So okay, so far we've got okay, and then it goes I always get mixed up on this bit, this is weird. That's right. That's right, okay, so then it goes, finally it goes 1st fret of the 3rd string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, open 2nd string, 1st fret of the 2nd string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 1st fret of the 3rd string. So let's just make sure I got that right. So 1st fret of the 3rd string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, open 2nd string, 1st fret of the 2nd string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 1st fret of the 3rd string. Okay, so from the beginning we've got okay, now we play 3 chords, okay? A minor, E major, so A minor, E major, A major, A major, right, not A minor, okay? So you got that, so from that bit where it goes okay, and then it goes into the chorus. Every morning I would see the da 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 da. Okay, and that's it. So that's the solo taken care of. I say the intro is simplified, and I'm sorry for that if that upsets some people. But on one guitar, there are other ways to play it on one guitar. For instance, just to give you an example. Which is basically double stopping on the 5th fret, 1st, 2nd strings, 1st finger, pinky on the 8th fret, plays the strings 1 and 2, and then it goes down to the 7th fret of the 1st string, play the 2 strings again, double stop on its own, and then pinky goes on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, 2 strings together again, and then back to the double stop. And then you could play an F shape but as a G chord on the first 4 strings, and put your little pinky on the 5th fret of the 1st string, top string, okay, and just go strum the first 4 strings rather, and then take it off and play G. So you've got that's another way of playing it, I suppose, on one guitar. But the real version on the record, there's one guitar, but basically it's a 12 string for a start, which makes it obviously a much bigger sound. But there's one, either a guitar or a bass guitar is playing open an A note from the bass, and then a B note, 2nd fret of the 5th string, open A. And that's going all up. I have to play with my fingers rather than pick. But so you get the impression it's this every time it. That's going all the time. Okay. that sort of thing. Okay, so it's quite difficult to do with one guitar. Then obviously you've got no pick, so when it comes to the strumming, you've got to find your pick pretty quick as well. So it's a lot easier with two guitars. Okay, so anyway, that's so, and it's something like that. I mean, I can show you how to play it, but it's not really ideal for one guitar. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching this. I hope I won't bore you to death with that one. Thanks for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.